Yesterday we talked about Ixigo in the Nugget section. The results, in my opinion, were fantastic. Markets agreed. The stock was up 15% today. However, it is still far away from its 52-week high that was hit just a month back. And the globe is a little euphoric today compared to especially last 2 days. Nasdaq, as I expected, recovered yesterday, led by Nvidia, 2% up. DAX hit a new high today. And this red is actually Brent cooling down 2%. And Bank Nifty is out of the red, but Nifty still needs to go a little more. Gold is in green, silver also is heading there very fast. Overall, if you look here, S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, they may hit fresh highs today anytime. The biggest human gathering is underway in India, and the indices today were looking cheerful as well. Just Airtel was down a bit along with Maruti. Overall, this greenery is something that broader markets will take very gladly today. Next 50 up 2%. It is still lot away from its 52-week high. Here needs to go up 25% more. And thanks to FII buying, Infosys is in the green now, giving company to ICICI Bank. And though the day was green, I am still a bit cautious. If you see here, the volumes were not very high. In fact, 50%, 25% kinds for many stocks. Investors, traders are still cautious ahead of the budget specifically. Today, Nasdaq was up 2% when we arrived at 9 a.m. and IT took the cues. KPIT Tech was the largest gainer, 9%, but that is after hitting a fresh low. The strongest stock in this particular pack, Persistent, that was up 6.2%. Railways also looks a little more cheerful today. Only the wagon company Jupiter Wagons continues to crack. Remaining stocks were doing good. The overall bunch of stocks was up 2.5%. RVNL 5% up. This is a positive step towards the budget, but we should keep up the momentum for another 2 days. That's the time left for the budgets. Defense also better and way better actually. 2.7% up for the day for the sector, and the only bad part is there were no upper circuits today. Today HL, BL, they didn't like what I said about the large players. They came back very strongly, and solar industries came back after a long time, up 3.5% as well. If there is budget euphoria, then we should see a lot more action tomorrow as well. My budget preparation, I have right now BL, Solar Industries, Mazgaon Dock and Cochin Shipyard in my portfolio. In the Nugget today, we'll talk about Motilal Oswal. The results came yesterday, but after the Nugget was short, and CAMS, the results came midway today, and the stock was euphoric after that. Markets lot better today. The biggest crack were there in Maruti and Airtel. The laggards along with them were ITC, Asian Paints and HUL, mostly consumption. At the top, we again have IT dominating TCS, Infosys, Wipro. Now the results for Tata Motors are not that good. Let's see how the stock reacts to them. The sales are down 22%. Overall, a good day for the bulls, and the bears were hiding for a change today. They may not be hiding for long, and that's my lurking suspicion. Next 50 also resembled Nifty 50 in terms of greens today. At the top, we had Zomato, Adani Power, HAL, LTI Mindtree and TVS Motor. Adani Power has a lot of good news, especially the QIP of 5,000 crores. That is gonna power this Adani share significantly upwards in the time to come. At the bottom, we had JSW Energy, Ambuja Cement, Bosch, PNB and Dabur. Either we have a very small tail these days or a very long tail. We rarely have balanced days. Today, the large sectors were gathered at the top. The best performer was software, banking at number 2, then auto, aerospace and electrical utilities, which is the power pack, they were also at the top. Market bet in terms of sectors was good with 34 sectors up, but in general it was a low volume day. Just one minor hiccup for the day, a V-shaped recovery literally, but otherwise whole day Nifty was up. Same for Bank Nifty, one hiccup, again V-shaped recovery. Next 50 up whole day, Sensex up whole day. This would have been beautiful if the volumes were high, 100% at least for the larger stocks. A bit comical, but Bank Nifty monthly expiry on low volumes. Private sector banks were looking good today. The biggest gains came from Ujjivan Small Finance. Low volumes for most stocks, especially at the top. In the PSU space, the winner today was Indian Bank, and after a long time. Note that this particular stock has not gone to red. And I have said this is among the stronger PSU stocks. Investing pack is looking a lot better than it was at the end of last week. Reds are reducing, volumes are picking up. Motilal Oswal still in red, but looked a lot better today. Now let me show you something really funny. JM Financial was up 2% for the day. Look at the trading range, 15.8%. This stock crashed 12%, 13% very first thing in the day, and then recovered and closed in the positive. Even Motilal Oswal, if you see, it started not so well. The trading range is 8.5% for a gain of 3.8%. Then people realized that results were fine and then it recovered. NBFCs were beautiful today also. The public sector lenders also are looking a bit optimistic now. Microfinance looked a lot better today. Credit Grameen up 11%. Now here the game will become of provisioning. Whichever company provisions less, they will go up. Market really liked TVS Motor results. This stock was up 5.5%. Hyundai hit a new low. Maruti was down a bit. Overall auto was looking fine. Bosch was down, but remaining ancillaries were looking fine. RK Forging up 4.5%. There are a lot of short positions in metal and there was a bit of recovery. Now this is strange that oil is down, but Oil India, ONGC, MRPL, Chennai Petro, Castrol, they are up. JSW Energy down, but the remaining power sector was looking good. No greens and lot of reds still. Suzlon results were good. It was locked in upper circuit whole day. Now Suzlon may hit upper circuits for few days. This particular result took the entire sector with it upwards. The bunch was up 3% collectively. Even Vari and Premier was up 5.5%. Towards the later part of the day, even SW Solar hit the upper circuit. This stock has been beaten down out of shape. Piramal Pharma has gone totally crazy. 10% up. Even Laurus Labs 6.5%. These P's are getting scary for me to digest. Note that it is also getting time to close down or wind down on the sugar positions. Probably budget will have some euphoria more if there is good news for sugar sector, and then the sector is done for the year. Edible consumption was mixed bag. The top tier continues to be red, and Varun Beverages was up very first thing in the day, but then it cooled down, became range bound. Nestle, after making a low, went up whole day. This sector is not reflecting any improvement in consumer sentiment at all. Non-edibles were a lot better today. Last few days, otherwise edible was better than non-edible. These gains are not big, but the entire segment was up. Volumes also looked reasonable. We don't have as many reds here compared to edibles. Associated alcohol cooled down later part of the day, but that was up 5%. This stock is looking good. The cigarette stocks are eagerly looking at the budget. If GST is increased, these stocks will fall. Tata Group was looking fantastic. However, still no greens in sight. Even Adani Pack, Ambuja Cements was down, but the remaining stocks were looking good. No greens here also. Markets today were stable, the indices looking fine. Most investors will take it, especially the ones whose portfolios have been bleeding. FIs, though the sell number is low, minus 2,586 crore, this is approximately 10,000 crores worth of selling and 7.5 thousand crores of buying. A lot of us feel that it is just selling. No, it is not just selling. It is the net delta of these buys and sell which appears here, and that is a number being talked about. Similarly, DI is also, this is not a general buy of 1800 crores. This is a buy and sell. What it means is both of them are heavy traders. Now results, Maruti Suzuki results are fine, and I've been expecting Maruti to give good results. 15.67% year-on-year growth in today's environment is good. CAMS results we'll talk about in the Nugget section. They were good. Bajaj Finance, the results are fine and this stock has already been rocking. But yes, Q3 was the best quarter for Bajaj Finance. This is where India consumes. Tata Motors, as usual, I have not seen the details, but weak results, 22% year on year dip. That's in profit. I would expect this mostly to come from China and UK on JLR front. Adani Power, the numbers are fine, 7.5% for a transmission company. The main thing to note here is 5,000 crore QIP. This is something REC PFC will not like. US markets rebounded yesterday, especially Nvidia 9%. It is back in the $3 trillion club. Silver gold are doing fine. Bitcoin is steady around 102,000, but it is dancing all over the place. My trade for the day, I did not do much. I just wanted to buy Adani Ports for the budget. I bought one lot of Adani Ports February future, not January future, because that's going to end tomorrow. Let's see, right now this is in profit of around 4,000 rupees. I have kept a strict stop loss of 10,000 rupees here. Let's talk about two results. The first one is Motilal Oswal, and I have a significant holding in this particular stock right now. This storm got pretty bad for me, the fall, and there is hardly any recovery as of now, just 4% up for Motilal Oswal. Shareholding pattern, not much change. Promoters in December, minor increase only. FIs have reduced, DIs have reduced, public has increased. Now, while this trend is not looking very good, I expect this to have changed a lot with the fall that we have seen in January. My expectation is a lot of DIs would have bought this stock. Promoters may have also bought from open market, though they will have to make a declaration soon about it. Now, when it comes to sale, if we look at quarter on quarter number, we shouldn't be doing that. But still, there is a significant dip here. The overall sales year on year are fine. Primarily, what happened was there was a dip in FNO related volumes. I believe that's the reason, where expenses were there for the perceived growth, because this growth has been fantastic till about previous quarter, which is September 24. Since expenses were a little higher and sales were lower, the OPM had a dip. If you look at quarter on quarter, the EPS literally halved. But year on year, 11.11 becoming 9.42. This is fine. I think it will take one quarter to get regularized. Overall, if you look at the TTM numbers, these are looking fine. If we have a normal Q4, we should be good at the annual level. What we probably forget is that the last two quarters were exceptionally good for this industry. So it's unfair to expect such growth. And if you see, that is already factored in this graph where the stock has fallen a lot. We knew that the sales were coming in a little lesser. A lot of people were just thinking Kalyan Jewelers during this fall. I was among them also. EPS projected TTM is 55. We might end up with slightly lesser here, probably 52ish or 50ish, but that is going to be still a lot higher than the previous year. I would not say this is a fantastic quarter for Motilal Oswal. If the stock has not already fallen so much, I would say that the results are not that good. No such problem for CAMS. The stock responded pretty well to the results, and it has not gone up at all for the fall that it has taken. The numbers do not require a dip at all right now, I think. And it is in oversold territory already. 57% stake with FIIs, 17% with DIIs. FII stake, which also includes promoter stake, I believe that has gone up. DIIs have sold, public has increased, but again, this is December holding. This would change significantly. I believe it has already changed right now, but the numbers will be published in April only now. If I was promoter, I would have bought this dip completely. Quarterly results, if you look December 23 to December 24, 269 crore became 348 crore. This is a handsome 35-40% jump. Expenses are okay. This is a software driven business. The OPMs are going to ever increase only. Overall, the EPS December 23 was 17.4. This jumped to 23.87. I forgot to take the consolidated number, but that is not very different. If you compare quarter on quarter, both quarters are roughly similar. This we saw in Motilal's case also. Overall, I think the markets will like the result. There is no problem at all. If I was to extrapolate these numbers, we are talking about perhaps a 90 EPS year. One news to watch out for, most people would not have seen it, is that CAMS is the registered or appointed registrar and transfer agent, which is RTA, by Geo BlackRock. This announcement has been rocking the AMC world completely in the last 2 weeks or so. There are only two companies here, CAMS or KFinTech. It's a duopoly. My decision, I will probably lighten a bit on CAMS and Motilal Oswal, but that's my general intention right now. This is not because of any fundamental issue I see with either of these businesses. Right now, if I was buying for long term, I'll be happy to buy both of them. Hope this information was useful only for educational purpose. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.